In the thrilling yet unforgiving arena of professional golf, where dreams are forged and careers can hang by a thread, a seasoned pro like Camilo Villegas is proving that passion and grit know no age limit. But is the PGA Tour ready to embrace that? Dive into the heart-pounding action at PGA Tour Q-School presented by Korn Ferry, where Villegas and a cast of contenders are battling it out for coveted 2026 Tour cards. And trust me, this isn't just about swings and scores. It's a deeper tale of resilience, rivalry, and the ever-debated line between experience and youth. But here's where it gets really intriguing. Could an older player's comeback redefine what it means to earn your spot in golf's elite circle? Let's unpack this story together, step by step, so even if you're new to the game, you'll feel like you're right there on the course. PGA Tour Q-School presented by Korn Ferry Update. Experienced golfer Camilo Villegas joins the crowd competing for 2026 Tour memberships. Posted 1 hour ago. 7-minute read. Camilo Villegas reflects on adapting his approach before Q-School. Authored by Jake Lazarus. Ponte Vedra Beach, Florida. 5-time PGA Tour champion Camilo Villegas is trailing the leaders by just 1 stroke, currently tied for 6th as the competitors head into the weekend rounds at PGA Tour Q-School presented by Korn Ferry. He delivered a flawless performance with a bogey-free 6 under 65 on Dyes Valley course at TPC Sawgrass during Friday's play. At 43, Villegas stands out as one of the more seasoned and successful participants this week, marking only his 3rd appearance at Q-School throughout his extensive professional journey. Heading into the 2025 event, he's back in the thick of the action, a place that feels comfortably familiar. For those just tuning in, Q-School, short for qualifying school, is the rigorous tournament series that acts as the ultimate gateway for golfers to secure spots on the PGA Tour. It's not for the faint-hearted. Players must navigate multiple stages and survive intense competition to earn full or conditional status for the following season. Think of it as the golf world's version of a high-stakes job interview where your scorecard is your resume. I believe that after spending so many years on the PGA Tour, the thrill of competing, the grind, and the challenges are what keep us coming back. Villegas shared following his error-free round on Friday. And that's precisely why we're all gathered here this week. He went on to reflect on the shifting landscape of the sport. There are countless young talents eager to break into tour, and let's face it, as we veterans age, maintaining that level becomes increasingly difficult in your 40s. Villegas explained. I've managed to compete at this level for 3 years in my 40s and even clinch victories, which feels pretty remarkable. But right now, what's done is done. It's all about the present moment. After wrapping up the season ranked 155th in the FedEx Cup fall standings, a points-based system that determines player rankings and playoff eligibility on tour, rewarding consistency in performance, Villegas opted for the final stage of Q-School to reclaim full tour privileges for 2026. He described the choice as a straightforward one. Honestly, after a tough year ending up 155th in the FedEx Cup, I was relieved to qualify directly for this stage. Suddenly, it's the biggest event on my calendar, since only the top 5 will secure that full status by Sunday. Fingers crossed, I'll be among them, Villegas said. What happened in previous years? That doesn't count anymore. Villegas faced a challenging 2025 campaign, making only 13 out of 27 cuts, meaning he played the full weekend in fewer than half his starts. Missing the FedEx Cup playoffs, he shifted focus to the fall series, but success was elusive. His sole positive outings were a tie for 36th at the Baker & Classic and a tie for 9th at the Bermuda Butterfield Championship among 7 appearances. It's been more than 2 years since his last tour triumph, a deeply moving win at the Bermuda Butterfield Championship, exactly 22 months after the heartbreaking loss of his daughter. That victory snapped a 9-year drought without a win and secured him status through 2025. I absolutely adore this sport, Villegas revealed. Waking up each day to strive for improvement, embracing the test of competition, it's all incredibly rewarding. Of course, it's even better when you're performing well, but it can be frustrating and demanding when things aren't clicking. Looking ahead to 2026, Villegas has some uncertainties. but nailing a top 5 spot here would guarantee him exempt entry into all major events next season. And this is the part most people miss. In a sport dominated by data and analytics, the emotional side of golf, like Villegas' personal comeback story, adds layers that stats alone can't capture. Is this a fair system, rewarding past glories alongside present skills? It's a debate worth pondering. Projected tour memberships. The leading 5 players after 72 holes will gain complete status for the 2026 PGA Tour season. With 36 holes completed, here's a look at those poised to secure a card. Tied for first, Michael Feagles, 7 under, best remembered for his incredible 59 on the Korn Ferry Tour back in 2023. Feagles has battled to land consistent spots in PGA Tour events over the past couple of years. This 28-year-old graduate of the University of Illinois is now on the verge of turning that around. Tied for first, Trevor Cone, 7 under, what started as a disappointing tour season might just end on a high note. At 33, Cone placed 161st in the FedEx Cup, forfeiting his status entirely. He's positioned to reclaim it swiftly. Tied for first, A.J. Ewart, 7 under, an ace on the 5th hole at Dyes Valley Friday has this PGA Tour America's competitor in prime position to leapfrog the Korn Ferry Tour and land directly on the main tour circuit. Tied for first, John Pack, 7 under, Pack had a rocky debut tour season, ending 152nd in the FedEx Cup. The 26-year-old was a college standout at Florida State, where he captured all 3 major golf awards as a senior before going pro in 2021. Tied for first, Kota Kaneko, 7 under, as the top performer on the Japan Golf Tour this year, the 23-year-old has only one tour event under his belt, a T33 finish at this year's Bay Current Classic. He claimed 2 wins in Japan during the season. Korn Ferry Tour Bubble. Positions 6 through 45, including ties, will earn Korn Ferry Tour memberships for 2026, with the top 25, and ties, facing a reshuffle after the 14th event, and the rest after the 10th event. This is essentially a developmental tour where players hone skills before ascending to the PGA Tour, offering more starts and opportunities to build momentum. After 2 rounds, 49 golfers are at 2 under or better, setting the current threshold for Korn Ferry Tour access. Among the standout names in this group, tied for 6th, Adam Svensson, 6 under, the former RSM Classic champ lost full tour status for the first time since 2020, so his goals extend beyond just Korn Ferry Tour membership. Tied for 14th, Luke Gutschewski, 5 under, fresh out of Iowa State this summer, he's aiming to emulate his father Scott by reaching the PGA Tour. Tied for 27th, Doc Redman, 3 under, a past tour member, Redman would be content with another Korn Ferry Tour year. He fell short of the top 100 in points last season, risking his 2026 eligibility. Tied for 37th, Ryo Ishikawa, 2 under, with 20 wins on the Japan Golf Tour, the 34-year-old is striving for a U.S. return. It's uncertain if he'd accept Korn Ferry Tour status or push for full tour reinstatement. He has 161 career tour starts. Tied for 37th, Spencer Levin, 2 under, this 41-year-old Korn Ferry Tour veteran needs a top 45 finish to boost his standing. He missed the top 75 this year after 6 seasons on the Korn Ferry Tour following a 7-year tour run. Standout players. Tied for 6th, Camilo Villegas, 6 under, the 5-time tour winner ended outside the top 150 in the FedEx Cup, relying solely on past champion status with limited start guarantees. He's just a single shot from the top 5. Tied for 50th, Nick Hardy, 1 under, half of the 2023 Zurich Classic of New Orleans duo. Hardy faces an unclear 2026 without a stronger showing here. He ranked 175th in the FedEx Cup. Tied for 50th, Jim Herman, 1 under, at 48, the oldest in the field. Herman is chasing an unlikely full tour comeback. He has 3 tour victories, the latest being the 2020 Wyndham Championship. Tied for 66th, Harry Higgs, even par, almost a tour winner at this year's One Flight Myrtle Beach Classic. Higgs is now safeguarding his career. After a 73 in the first round, he rebounded with 3 under on Friday, but needs a stellar weekend to regain tour status. Tied for 90th, Adam Hadwin, 1 over,